Sorry, I'm just trying to hack into the system. I had to figure it out for a second. I didn't know which one was the, this screen. But, yeah, so, I'm here. I'm back. This is my stream now. It's gonna be 16 times the fun. It's gonna be better than last time. Okay? Everyone? We're Would you look at that? A resub. A resub to me. Thank you, I need...
One just resubscribed. They have now subbed 24 times. He's back.
I need the money to make Skyrim too, as you know. So, yeah. Yeah, how's it all going? Yeah. We're gonna be playing some games today. We're doing some stuff. But, wait, hang on. What's that? Okay. Oh, it's not my day? You mean really?
Ninja of Comedy just resubscribed.
So,
they have now subbed 16 times.
Turns out it's not my comeback stream.
Is this the part where Todd gets his first Hype Twain event?
Looks like, it's not my comeback stream. It's someone else's. Well, I'll see myself out. But just remember, you gotta be hyped for Starfield. But you also gotta be hyped for Garfield as well. Okay? Be hyped for that. Because that's the next game I'm working on. Along with Skyrim too, of course. Alright. I love you. Yeah. Alright. Hang on a second. Hey. Are we about to... Am I late? I think I'm a little bit late. Hey guys. Hey. How you doing? It's me. It's me, your old boy. Your old Aussie pal. It's me. And I'm back. Anyway, how you all doing? Thanks for the resubs. It is appreciated. Resubs are appreciated, and subs.
Dean Zero Daniel just resubscribed.
Dean Zero Daniel.
11 times. He survived the.
He survived the. I love how Brian couldn't even finish that. So yes, I am back. I am back from my trip to the US, although I've been back for a week now. A week since Thursday. And yeah, I thought I thought I might hang on. Let me take a deep breath. It's been a while since I've talked in front of y'all, so now I'm a little bit rusty. So first off, this is the comeback anniversary stream, or Comebackiversary stream, and it's going to be 24 hours, so it's going to be hell. I mean, it's going to be great. What am I saying? No, so, yeah, 24 hours, I decided, was probably a good idea. I could have done a sub-a-thon, but, yeah, I don't think we're a big enough channel for that. Because, you know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much, because as long as you guys are here, that's what matters the most to me. I don't really care about subs. I just care about people just being here. And, that's enough for me. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for coming, and good night. No, so, yeah. First off, I'm just going to be talking about my trip to the US. Just, you know, telling you some stories, I guess, and then we'll move on to the games. And I may as well just say it right now, the first game's going to be Pepsi Man. Because, yeah. I thought that was probably an appropriate game to play for an anniversary stream. Yes, Hydra. Is it fucking off again? What? I don't know why, but I think sometimes I accidentally just press my I press the 2 on my numpad, which disables the alert. So Pepsi Man, you know. Oh dear. Just a sip. Just a wee little sip. Just a wee little sip. Hey! 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 Oh, look at that. Volko got one, Danny got one.
Just gifted the community 5 subs.
Cedric got one, and Thranduil got one.
Lad.
Yes, worship this mad lad because he fucking is a mad lad. Thanks, Ninja. Seriously, thanks. It's always appreciated you being here. And you, again, I say this: you don't have to gift anything. Like, you're not required to. But it's still appreciated because it still supports me. In one way or another, it still supports me, and that's good. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just appreciate your company, and that's what matters to me most. So, but anyway, so yes, moving on to my stories of the US. I was gonna get some photos, but it's just like I don't know what fucking photos to pick out. So I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to just like share like all the photos because it's just like, oh, I like this photo, I like this photo, I like this photo. So I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like I was thinking about it, and so I guess what I'm going to do is just show a couple of photos, not all the photos, but I'm just going to show like, okay, from what the time that I'm talking about, I'll say, okay, this is the photo from this part. So I'll do that, and I've just connected my phone, so that's that. Because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this completely unprepared. And hello, that casual gamer. Just don't dox art. Wait, what? Yeah, of course not. I'm not going to say where she lives. I mean, of course, I've told you guys I went to Indianapolis, and that's about it. So, and other than the fact that, we're at the Speedway, So, yeah. I can say where we were, but not, exact addresses and that. Yeah. Anyway. So to start off, the 24th of May, it was around about 3:15 that the flight left Sydney, and I was in the plane for 15 and a half hours, landed in Dallas at 3:15 p.m. on the 24th of May. So that was interesting. That was interesting, experiencing the same day twice. It was certainly, I was certainly stuck in Groundhog Day because I was just stuck traveling pretty much the entire fucking day. Like from like the 24th in the morning, like when I was still in Australia, I had to catch a train from Newcastle to Sydney. So I was just traveling most of the day. And then from Dallas, I was 2 hours in Dallas for like the layover and trying to figure out where to fucking go, and it's experiencing opposite fucking traffic for the first time, just sitting in, even though I was in a bus and I was seeing like the bus was like on the left-hand side drive, right? I was still thinking that was pretty weird, and then all of a sudden we get down into like the highway, and I'm seeing the traffic just, and it just looked wrong. It looked wrong. Anyway, I had to take like a terminal bus to get to another to get to the other terminal, to the domestic terminal. And yeah, took a flight from there, 2 hours to Indianapolis. So yeah, my entire day was filled with travel. And of course, Artemis picked me up, and it was great. You know, we met. So I won't get into too much details with that because that's a lot of it's personal stuff. But yeah, we met, and it's great, and it's awesome. I miss her. So you know, all I can say is yeah, it went great, and I'm happy that it went great. So yeah, did that, and of course, being the passenger in a car that was, you know, in a car that's the opposite, it again, a lot of fucking weirdness for me. It felt wrong. it felt wrong because I was on the passenger seat, and I'm like, you know, there should be a steering wheel in front of me. So, you know, that's how I was feeling. It just, like I say, it just felt, it felt weird, you know, because yeah, that was just my first impression of getting into an American car. Excuse me, sorry about that. Sean drove on the wrong side of the road. 2 killed, 6 injured, and 3 disintegrated. But at least I got 20 points. Okay. Actually, no. I think each person was worth 20 points. So that's like what's that? That's it's like 200 points, right? No, hang on. There's 11. So it's 10. I don't know. I don't. 220 points. I don't look. I'm just trying to go. Okay, what's 20? What's 20 times 11? You know. So anyway, next morning, you know, because I arrived like really late at night, and you know, pretty much went to sleep after that. Next morning, we went to a place called Charlie Brown's, and that was my first American diner experience. That was great. Charlie Brown's is like one awesome, like it's just, it's a breakfast bar, and it's just like, I don't know, you Americans are probably used to it, but it's just something that's not really, it's not really a thing in Australia. Diners aren't really a thing. Like, you get restaurants and cafes, but nothing like a proper diner, I guess. I don't know, at least nowhere where I live. But yeah, you know, diners are based on train diner carts. I did not know that. Did I go to McDonald's once? And I'll answer the McDonald's question right now, because yeah, I had breakfast at McDonald's. Sausage and egg McMuffin. It was shit. And yeah, it was. I don't know what the hell you guys put in your McDonald's burgers, but they're absolute shit. It was not good. I did not like the McDonald's burger, the McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffin, because over here McDonald's is pretty good. Brekkie at Macca's, exactly. So, and you know, here's another thing. At the Dallas airport, I looked at the fucking menu for McDonald's, and I saw the fucking Big Macs. Just a Big Mac by itself. I think it was like $7.99 US. I'm like, okay, if that's an Australian, that's fine, but $7.99? I think in Australia they're $6.99, like, well, they're $5.99, I think, for like just one burger. Like, McDonald's is a lot cheaper in Australia. I just want to mention that. McDonald's is a lot cheaper in Australia. And from my first experience with that, like having breakfast the sausage and egg McMuffin. So I'll explain the sausage and egg McMuffin. It's just tasted like fucking dough. It tasted like dough and rubber, with a hint of egg, and a hint of like maybe meat. And yeah, to top it all off, I think it was like fucking $9, $9 US, I think. I'll have to ask Artemis what the price was again. But I should have just got Taco Bell. Because we had Taco Bell many times. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I should say we actually walked to Charlie Brown's. We walked there from her house. And we went past the Speedway. And again, I was seeing the opposite side traffic. Let's see if I can find a photo just to like... let's see. It's not no good. Hang on. Let's see. I wonder if I can just... Hang on. I wonder... Can I do this? Hang on. Window capture. Hang on, let's see. Window capture... It's not coming up. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, we might... That might be better. Okay, so here's one photo. Hang on, how do I... wait, I know. Hang on. I got this. No, I got this. I'll just be here. And we can just have this, like, in the background. Fuck, I lost the window. There it is. Okay. And we can just have this as, like, emphasis. You know. So this is in front of the Speedway. So we walk past here, and just the sheer size of it. Like, I've seen it in a video game before, you know, because I play racing games, and I've seen it, like, on TV. On TV, well, you know. Well, I guess, yeah, on TV, but yeah, you know, I've seen it, you know, through video and stuff like that, right? And it's just like, you don't realize the size of it until you actually fucking, like, walk the entire fucking, like, length of the track, essentially. Do I regress the violent urge to drive on the wrong side of the road? Well, I did drive once, or twice, actually. And, I didn't crash the car, so that's good. But I couldn't take directions, because, my sense of, like, direction was fucked up. Like, Artemis would say right, and I'd say, oh yeah, left. Because I'm on the opposite side of the fucking car. I'm on the opposite side of the fucking road. And my brain's going, I can't do this! And so, you know, and to put the indicator on, I was fucking putting the wipers on. Because they're opposite as well. Yeah, so everything is just opposite, and my mind is just going, oh yeah, left is right now, okay. Oh god. It's been a week, your stupid cat now just found the line of catnip close to her food bowl. Damn, man. Cat on nip. So yeah. Anyway, that's, actually, I wonder if is it gonna come up again? It does, okay. So at least I can do that. So yeah, this was just, you know, I just took pictures on the way. That's one picture, and this was like a stall. I think I need to change music now, because that's run out. Hang on, give me a second. There we go. Okay, so yeah, and this is just, you know, some food stalls and, you know, what have you. And that was pretty cool, seeing just, like, people just set up for that, and we actually had some food at one point, and it was good. This is like some of the bricks just at the front of the place. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Oh, it's actually, oh good, it's actually showing my my mouse. That's good. Everywhere I was in was so damn clean. Well, Indianapolis is pretty, or at least, you know, from my, like, walking where I was, like, it's a pretty decent city. Like, it wasn't too bad. Like, even, like, in the suburbs, like, it was pretty fine. I mean, maybe there's dodgy areas. I mean, every city's got their dodgy area. And this is the diner, this is Charlie Brown's. So, yeah. This was actually, well, we actually sat there the first time we went. We actually went about, I think we went 4 times, actually. Like, yeah. Yeah, we went 3 weeks in a row, and then the last week we went, like the last day, we went here as well, so. So yeah, and they have like a bunch of like memorabilia, like, you know, race memorabilia and stuff like that. Like, it's very tied to, you know, the speedway and everything. Oh yeah, and we went to the shops. I just thought I might take, you know, look at this, right? Because I wanted to look at this again. So, that's a 1.75 litre bottle of Kraken rum. And there's Sailor Jerry there as well. That's like 24 bucks. 28 bucks. Now, I may as well just use a fucking... You know what? I'm just gonna get the price off of Dan Murphy's. Fuck it. I'll get the price off of Dan Murphy's. And hello, Zealous. How you doing? Good to see you.
Zealous Demon just resubscribed.
Dan Murphy's.
Sub 34 times. Hey Sean.
34 times. Hey Sean. I love how Brian's... I'll never change Brian. Like, Brian's like a staple with this stream. I'm gonna go to Dan Murphy's, the website, because Dan Murphy's usually has the cheaper prices. For you know, for alcohol. And if I want to get a Kraken, let's see here, Kraken. Right, so a 1 litre bottle of Kraken, okay, is $89.99. Okay. That's in Australian dollars. That's dollary dues. That's around about probably 65 bucks US. Look at the fucking price of this. It's 1.75 litre bottle. It's $28.99 on sale. $33 normally, but even still, that's still fucking cheap compared to. It's like 60 bucks or something. Well, maybe not 60 bucks, but it's like 47 bucks or something. It is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And hello, Val. How you doing? Oh god. And the thing is, I never bought like anything. Like, I never bought like any bottles, so I didn't want to be, you know, I didn't want to be a drunk the entire time. But next time I'm there, I'm definitely bringing one of these back. Probably the Kraken. I'll bring a bottle for myself and for Thranduil. But yeah, and also another thing to also add on to that, cigarettes and cigars. Like, okay, so I'm not a smoker, though I do indulge in cigars, right? It's not often I have a cigar. It's probably like once every, you know, maybe even 3 months or so. I don't know. I say 3 months, like I get fucking cigars all the time. I don't really, because they're so fucking expensive over here. But if I was in America, I'd probably smoke once every month or so, you know? It's just, you know, it's just something I like to indulge in, and having a good cigar is, you know, if you get a good one, it's, you know, and it's smooth, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have like a a bad taste, you know, and it doesn't make you want to hurl, because some fucking cigars, you know, if they're not good, I'll know straight away. Anyway, cigars in the US are a lot fucking cheaper. Actually, I don't even have a photo to show you guys. I'd have to like take one literally right now, which I'm not really going to do that because it's, you know, a bit of a hassle. Also, Malibu's fucking cheap as well. Malibu's expensive over here as well. But yeah, cigars. So a decently sized cigar, right? Around about $10. A decent sized cigar and a good one is around about $10, $10 US. Over here, a small cigar, let's say like, I don't know, I'm going to have to say this in, hang on, you know what, I'm just going to get I'll get a, where's my measure? I had a measure somewhere here. There it is. And I'll say it in inches for you Yanks. So let's say the cigar's around about 4.5 inches. Alright? A 4.5 inch cigar, the cheapest brand, $28. Alright, and that's around about 19, 18 US. So, to get anything as big as like what you guys have, like say a 6-inch cigar, 6.5 inch, whatever, you know, they're pretty big cigars, and they're thick too. That's what she said. You know, again, that's 10 US dollars, but anything like that in Australia, you'd probably go upwards of $100. $60 is probably your you're probably cheaper. I don't know. Thing is, I don't know. I just base it off of like what I've seen in fucking cigar shops over here, or cigarette shops over here. And you can't even look at the cigars because they're in fucking packages that are like generic and say, oh, smoking causes cancer. Oh, this is that. Because that's a big thing over here, which is not a thing in the US. You know, having graphic images on cigarette packages. Again, I don't smoke cigarettes, but you know, I know people that do, and people still smoke over here, and it's fucking expensive over here, compared to the US. So you know, I feel even more for the people who are addicted to smoking over here, and the exorbitant amounts of money they have to pay. But yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm supposed to be talking about like what my adventures were. So yeah, Charlie Brown's was the first place I went to, and it was great. I enjoyed the breakfast food. So yeah, it was great. The next place after that, so like I think the next day, I think for lunch or for dinner we went to a place called El Rodeo, which is a Mexican restaurant. I don't know if I can show that photo because it does have Artemis in it, so I don't want to do that one. But I do know the next day after that, or a couple of days after that, after the race had finished, we went to this place, which is basically the city center of Indianapolis, and this is the memorial, which was really something to see. It was yeah, it's a bit of like the town's history. And it's a Civil War memorial, so you know, that's something that's just you don't see in Australia, because we didn't exactly have a Civil War. We sort of had a war for independence, but it didn't go too well. It was called the Eureka Stockade, and the British just had better fucking equipment, and you know, they were going up against miners and, you know, people who just weren't really trained soldiers. But anyway, look up the Eureka Stockade, and that's, you know, that's basically the closest we ever got to a war for independence. And I think the same day we walked the canal, what's it called? The White River National Park? Is that what I can't remember what it's called, but it's yeah, this is like, you know, the canal. Let's see here. It's a person on a gondola. And they were singing too, so that was funny. And it's also close to the memorial, the USS Indianapolis Memorial. So yeah. So I got to read all that and read up about it, and, you know. And look, the duckies. The duckies. And the goose. Volko, we had an independence war and a civil war. Well, I know you. Well, I know all about the. I don't know which one was the war against the Soviets, but that one was fun. Especially the story about the what was it called, the White Ghost, or the I don't know, I just know the story about the sniper. The fact that he just killed so many fucking Soviet soldiers and they just couldn't get him. Against the Soviets was independence, kinda. Yeah, so that, anyway, the next day after that, we went to the Indianapolis Children's Museum, and I'll show at least the most interesting one, which was the Minecraft exhibit, at least for me, in terms of, like, you know, like, wow, this is unique, this is something you'd never see. They had, like, miniatures and stuff. Let's see. Oh, you can barely see that one. That's sort of blurry. Yeah, there's a painting. And I saw an actual size of a block. 1 meter. But yeah, there's a Minecraft exhibit, which is actually pretty cool. They've got, like, miniatures, so they got, like, displays and everything. It's mostly, I think it's you know, because it is a children's museum. It's mostly for kids, you know. But yeah, and that's me. As you can see, I'm a happy little tyke. But yeah, it was just cool seeing, like, you know, like, full scale displays of stuff, and even got, like, a creeper here, which actually explodes and everything. And then we got, you know, Enderman. And that. So yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting, just, like, seeing, like, actual paintings like people had done, and I guess just seeing it close up, you know. Like, I'm not much of a Minecraft fan, at least not anymore. Like, I used to be, like, big into Minecraft back when it first started, and I've, you know, on and off I've gone, you know, I've played it, obviously, but I don't know, I'm just not, I'm not as big on it as I was when it first came out, you know. But yeah, anyway, that's just, like, one exhibit, and there's, like, many exhibits. There's, like, a dinosaur exhibit, there's, you know, there's what is it, there's, like, a space section, there's, like, a pop culture section, Oh, well, that's blurry. Hang on. That looks like a better one. Yeah, there's a Batman, like just Batman memorabilia. There's like, you know, there's different kinds of, there's like a Grease exhibit, you know, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's what it is, you know, that's how it is. But here's a statue. Do not climb. There's like a history, like archaeological exhibit. There's a space thing. Like, you know, it's kind of cool. Oh yeah. We had Burger King. So I just want to explain. This is a regular Whopper meal, right? Or I think you call it regular Whopper combo, or whatever the hell you call it. So, obviously, we have Hungry Jack's in Australia, which is the same. It's Burger King. You know, there's Whopper burgers. So, basically, your regular Whopper meal is our large double Whopper meal. I was just like, holy shit, this is a large fucking drink, and this is a double Whopper. So, you know, and it tasted like I'm used to. It tasted like a Whopper. So, Burger King is better than fucking McDonald's in America. But as we say in Australia, the burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. Anyway, so the next, I think it was the Wednesday. I think it was there was Wednesday. What was it? Wednesday the 31st. Yeah. Wednesday the 31st. What was it? Diabetes. Wait, what? It's not. I've been like glancing at the I've been glancing at the chat, and I'm like, now I'm just like, I'm lost in what you guys are talking about with the $10,000. Yeah, I was like, why'd you pin it? Anyway, so it was the Wednesday, we went to Brown County State Park? National Park? Artemis isn't here, so she can't she can't tell me. So yeah, it's either way. It's a national park, and it's in Nashville, Indiana. Not Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Indiana. Little Nashville, if you want to call it that. And this is just like one image, and it's just like, it was very beautiful. Kind of reminded me of some places you see here, because, you know, this is very green and just like there's no civilization, you know. There's a lot of places like that over here. Yeah, just some like greenery, and I just wanted to take a picture of it, and it was, you know, it's seeing the photo, it's like, it's not that much when you look at the photo, but when you're actually there, it's like, it's absolutely beautiful. And it was actually kind of hot as well, you know. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as fucking Texas. Looking at you, Vile. Shit. By the way, I should mention, I also got a fucking cold when I was over there. The third week I was there, I got like a cold, and the cough is still fucking hanging around. Give me a second. Ah, dear. See, I don't even know what I caught. That's the thing. I could have caught it off like children, or I could have caught it from like I could have caught it from like fuck, mold. because that's something that's that I react to. I have like bad reaction to mold. But yeah, I was in contact with children because of the fucking children's museum, because we went there again, and we went to the pool. So, so yeah, it could have also been the pool. But yeah, it was just beautiful. All the places we went to. Apparently this is usually flowing when there's like been rain, but yeah, it was kind of like dried up. And we found Luna. Just, I know Luna isn't here, but we found Luna. And I forgot to send that to him, so yeah. Yeah, that's another beautiful place. Like looks like a good place to have a barbecue. I think you could class that. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Fuck me. Oh yeah, there's a squirrel. A squirrel. And there was a chipmunk. Oh no, wait, that's a bird. There was a chipmunk somewhere. Oh no, wait, no, that's a chipmunk. No, that's a chipmunk. I got a video as well, but it's like, I don't want to play the videos because they have audio, and I don't know how Artemis would feel about that. Because I know how she feels about her voice sometimes. Anyway, I think the next day after that we went to the Indianapolis Zoo, and there's a bear. There's a bear just chilling. It was fucking hot. It was fucking hot that day. It was miserable, and the animals are pretty much all in the shade. They were, they're just like, they're in the shade, or they were like in the water, or just hiding because it was just so damn fucking hot. This bloke was like, he was pacing, or this, I don't know, the girl, but yeah. Anyway, I didn't take too many photos from here. I got some penguins, which at first I thought were taxidermy, because a lot of them weren't moving. Seal, or sea lion, seal or sea lion. What do we want to call them? And then for lunch, or for, I guess, afternoon lunch. It wasn't exactly midday. Basically, Ocelot in Payday. I'm thinking Ocelot and Payday. Don't you mean Ocelot from Metal Gear? But I'm like, well, Ocelot isn't just exclusive to Metal Gear, I guess. Revolver. So we went to what's it called? Five Guys. And there's that's a burger. That's the burger I had. It was pretty big. It was very, very American. I had a burger. I had a burger. Five Guys is very good, but very expensive. Luckily, we had someone paying for us, so. But it was decent. It was very good. The chips were good, or fries. The fries were good. But yeah, and another thing like I really love about America is the fact there's fucking free refills. And we went to several places while we were there. Like I tried Freddy's, I tried Denny's. What else did I go to? Went to Taco Bell. I didn't try Arby's, but I tried, oh shit, what's the Popeyes. I tried Popeyes. That was decent. But yeah. And Whataburger, that was in Texas. Had Whataburger in Texas, with Vile. Because that's who we went to see. We went to see, or Dark Citadel Broadcasting, as he's named on Twitch. But yes, Vile. That's who we went to see in Texas. He was a father right now, so give congrats to him, because he is daddy. He's got little babby girl. Anyway, I think like next day after that we went to the Indianapolis Speedway Museum. So yeah, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, and seeing like the raceway sort of like surround the fucking museum, it's really bizarre. Because again, it's that whole, perspective thing. It's that whole like size comparison. You really see the size of it, and it's just like, it's amazing. And then of course when you walk in, pay for the ticket. We actually paid for the what is it called? The Kiss the Bricks tour, which was, I'll just have this as an example. The Kiss the Bricks tour, which allows you to go through all throughout the museum, and also at a certain time you can go on the tour bus, and it takes you around the racetrack and takes you to the starting line, where you can get out and take pictures and and kiss the bricks. So yeah, and that was really interesting, seeing that because it's a historical site. It's a place that's like has a lot of history, and if you're a racing fan, it's like it's even more of even more of an adventure. Me being a casual racing fan, it's so yeah, there's more of the cars. It's just like there's just a whole fucking room of cars, of Indy cars and race cars and all that, because they weren't called Indy cars back back when it first started. But this is a picture of me kissing the bricks. Looks like I just like face planted the fucking the fucking bricks, and I'm just like, ah. Actually, you know what? I quite like this one. The fact that it just looks like a fucking biplane without the wings. Hang on. Actually, it just looks like a biplane without the wings. Like, if you put wings on this thing, it'll fucking fly. I'm sure. But yeah, the bricks are actually pretty cool, because you could actually see, like, essentially this is historical because the bricks have been there for so long. And then you got like the people who won consecutive Indy 500s, Al Unser and Rick Mears, or Myers, I don't know, Mears, I guess. Mears. 500-mile race, 100th anniversary, 2011. Oh, look at that. And yeah, there's photos of me and Artemis, but I don't want to show those. So yeah, and then we got that. That's another race car. Anyway, it's just a heap of race cars. Right, a heap of race cars. That's what the entire room is dedicated to. That's what the entire museum is dedicated to. So yeah. And so on the weekend, I went shooting to a place called Range USA. I went shooting, and here is a picture of me to prove it. Damn. Oh shit. Damn, who's that handsome motherfucker? So anyway, Sean Newcomb, and I purposefully wore my red shirt for this. So yeah. And I didn't want to like. I actually brought a like a already smoked cigar. And so yeah, you know. I'm in a kind of awkward position because I didn't want to like, I was like worried I'd be pointing it at someone, and I was like, okay, I don't want to like hold this, you know, because you can take photos with them and everything, and I asked permission, and I didn't want to take up too much of his time, so I was just like, I'll just get the photo. So it looks fucking weird. It's Earthbound apparently. Earthbound Beginnings, whoops. So yeah. But yeah, don't flag, and that's the one thing I didn't want to do. So yeah, I just wanted to take the picture, and yeah, it wasn't loaded obviously, but it was heavy. It's fucking heavy. Anyway, I didn't fire that one, unfortunately, but what I did get to fire was an AR-15. I got to fire an AK. I think it was like a Czech AK. I forget what they call it though. Either way, it was an AK platform. I fired, I forget what weapon it is, but it was a bullpup. I fired a 22, so a Winchester, lever action rifle. And then I got to fire a Glock, a Beretta, and a revolver. By the way, I should mention, it was my first time ever firing a gun. And ever firing guns, for that matter. So, you know, it was an experience. And it's something completely different to VR, obviously. Which is pretty much the only place that before coming to America where I actually got the chance to fire weapons. But to fire them in real life, it is very, 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 like, you don't realize how much is involved until you actually do it. And what I mean is not just weight, not just recoil, but smell, the feeling after firing the gun, and like the air around you, like just, you know, moving, and the heat, just all those different things that just add up to, like, it's not just recoil and you know being able to hold the gun. It's like all this other stuff that just factors into it, and it's just, yeah, it's and yes, that did happen. Although no, well, it happened to me, but not as worse as Artemis, because she got to fire as well, but one of them actually went down her shirt. So yeah, that wasn't fun for her. Mine landed on my fucking arm and just like stayed there for a bit, and I was like, ow. It didn't roll off. It just went, and then, you know, I was like, ow, and it left a mark. It's slowly going away now, but like it did leave a mark. Like right on my left arm, just above the weenus. Apparently that's what it's called. It's called the weenus. Laugh it up, but apparently that's the scientific term. And I didn't know that. But yeah. But it was awesome. Okay, and the thing is, I'm not afraid of guns. I'm not like a gun nut. But I do respect guns, and I do think it's important to educate yourself about guns. And, and I came in there with the right mindset. And also, I don't think I've explained that I watch certain gun YouTubers, like Brennan Herrera, Garand Thumb, and Kentucky Ballistics, and who else have I watched? There's like some historical ones. They cover like historical firearms and stuff. I know their names are like at the back of my head, but I can't get them at the moment. But yeah, Brendan Herrera is probably like it's probably the main one that sort of made me, I guess, consider, I guess, change my political views on guns. Because here's the thing, it's not that I was like outright ban guns. I was more like, oh yeah, just regulate them, that should be fine. But it's like, how do you fucking regulate guns in the US when they're so fucking prominent? And they are very fucking prominent in the US. So what you do is you educate. And that's the most important thing. Education. Because that's the way... I mean, it's the way you're going to protect yourself, and it's the way you're going to... Well, prevent shit from going wrong, And I was educated when I went in, and I wasn't afraid, and, I had fun. And that was the most important thing, having fun. And I had fun with friends, because one of Artemis's D&D players... he volunteered his AR and his pistol and some of his ammo and his 22. So yeah. And by the way, it was fucking expensive. The bulk of the cost was the fucking ammo, because we had to buy the ammo for the guns we hired. The hiring cost of the guns was just like one flat price, and you could just use any gun, but you had to buy ammo for it. The ammo was the most fucking expensive. Like, ammo's fucking ridiculous. And I've heard that apparently before COVID, ammo was a lot cheaper. I would have liked to have come to America before COVID. But yeah. Government mandated gun safety training. That would actually be pretty good. That would be pretty good. Government mandated gun safety training. Because I think everyone needs safety training for something, and guns are a pretty prominent fucking thing in America. So, conscription. Well, not conscription, but just like, say like, let's say in school, right? Let's say, okay, the kids, you're going to take them out to fire a 22, right? Because that's a relatively light gun. And even then, they can use BB gun rounds, right? So for safety, so that way they're not fucking irresponsible. But to teach kids actually, about gun safety, and actually teaching them about not to point your weapon, even for a joke, at your fellow kid, I think that would be... It would be something, It'd be at least something, at least a step towards, a kid having no fucking idea what to do with a gun and being irresponsible with it. I don't know. That's just an idea. Anyway, talking about guns. But anyway, the most important thing is I had fun, and it was awesome, and it's something you can't do over here in Australia because, well, thanks to Johnny Howard, our Prime Minister in 1996, we no longer have the right to bear arms. You have to have a license for it. And even then, it's a hard fucking process to get that license, and you have to have a very specific use case. You can't have a gun for self-defense. So, yeah. They took away our guns in 1996. And yeah, pretty much, it was like a whole rebate program of, if you return your gun, you get money back, and then they essentially destroyed guns, and essentially historical guns as well. So, I'm big on like historical preservation, no matter what it is, and there was probably a few guns like that people got rid of that were just like like Owen guns and fucking, you know, Lee Enfields and stuff like that. Guns are just, you know, they're historical, you know. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. So, like I said, in Australia, it's not really... Gun culture's not a big thing anyway. It wasn't a big thing to begin with. Which is, I think, why people were just willing to just give away their guns. Because it wasn't like a... We're not a culture based on, I guess, self-protection in terms of, like, you know, lethality and stuff. I don't know. I don't know the specifics of it. I know there's probably some sort of fucking... there's some sort of fucking thing about it, but, you know, I'm not the type of person to get into it. How are you to defend yourself? With a cricket bat, I guess. A cricket bat or a slingshot. or maybe a boomerang. I might throw a boomerang at them. You can probably kill a koala with a boomerang. Because they don't bloody move. Anyway. Point is, I had a lot of fun. And there were a lot of guns in that place. Because it's a gun store as well, so... Yeah. And, oh yeah, and these are the bullets I fired. These are the bullets. So... That's the 38 special, so that's the revolver rounds. That's the 22. These were like... Firing the 22 was like... It was a pea shooter in comparison to the other fucking ones around. That's the AK round, right? You know, 7.62, right? The AK has a lot of fucking recoil. Like, you don't really... I mean, it is a bigger round, obviously. So when you fire it, it's just like, boom! It's like, it really fucking... It's fucking... I can't explain it. It's just unexpected. Because the gun was smaller than the AR. Or at least it's smaller than the AR we were firing, so yeah. Long cartridge, yeah, I mean... Yeah. But yeah, in comparison, like, yeah, just... It was really cool, though. It was cool. Unfortunately, we only got 20 fucking rounds, because it was fucking expensive to buy the 7.62 rounds. Unfortunately. Yeah, it was... really shit. How fucking expensive it was. Because I wanted to fire it more. But, yeah, it's just... It's fucking expensive. The 9mm, so the Glock and the Beretta, they were fun. The 38, the fucking revolver, so much fucking recoil with that. You just don't fucking expect it. Try to sell me Payday 2. Well, I've already got Payday 2, that's the thing. I've already got Payday 2, so yeah. I mean, there was... I should mention, I was considering also doing some multiplayer stuff. If we got time, although I know it's going to be late for you Yanks. Because by the time I'm done with Pepsi Man, because I'm going to play it for like an hour or so, yeah. It'll be like 11 o'clock Eastern or so. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Payday 2 is a consideration. It's just that it depends if everyone else owns it. But yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, firing guns, that was cool. Hey, look, a Nazi flag. Hey, look, more Nazi stuff. This was at the Children's Museum, by the way. So, make of that what you will. And if you couldn't guess, it was a, you know, It's a thing about Anne Frank. So, yeah. Anyway, and here's some pajamas. I'm going to hell for that joke. Anyway. Oh yeah, here's the taco truck tacos we had. They were great. We had to order them, and the Mexican couldn't speak a lot of English, so we had to use our limited knowledge. I mean, I had limited knowledge of Spanish, but it was at least better than Artemis. Because I actually got the Jarritos. I was like, dos Jarritos, por favor. And he actually got them. And I was like, muchas gracias. You know, like, so I was like, well, this is my attempt at trying to speak Spanish. Anyway. Yeah, so it was, you know, I've skipped through like a lot of, like, you know, a lot of mundane stuff, or at least, you know, stuff that's just like, you know, it was part of my everyday life there. You know, just hanging out with my girlfriend and, you know, relaxing and stuff like that. And, you know, seeing, because, like I said, Artemis runs D&D games for 2 groups, so I got to meet them, and it was good hanging out with them. But then, like, yeah, the whole point of the trip was to actually, well, go to New Mexico, like, at a certain time, and, you know, to go to Albuquerque. Yeah, we drove on the highways, and it was a very, very long drive. Very beautiful. Like, I absolutely loved it. Like, it was, you know, just seeing the sights. Like, this is in Missouri. This is just outside of the, what's it called? I know I've got a photo of it. There it is. The Sirloin Stockade. We stopped there, and we had some lunch, and it was good. I enjoy. But yes, it was just very beautiful, like the drive, and just seeing the sights. You know, seeing just the different. Where is it? I know. Did I take a picture of? Yeah, I think I took a video of St. Louis. But we stopped in Oklahoma City. We stopped in Oklahoma City for like to actually rest and sleep, and you know, because it was late by the time we got there. And then we in the morning we drove from there to Amarillo, Texas. And just the sights along the way from Oklahoma to Texas, it's just this. This was mostly what I was seeing. There's a lot of this. And windmills. Lots of windmills. Oh, and this. Although I think this is when we hit Texas. I'm not sure. But yeah, we finally arrived in Amarillo, and we went to the Big Texan, and it was awesome. And there's me. Highway. Yeah. But yeah, and then inside, it was just wonderful. But yeah, it was absolutely awesome. Hang on, I want to stick it. Hang on, I'm gonna try and move. I guess the. Hang on. Oh yeah, beer. Had some beer. I was gonna move this up a little bit because Artemis is in the photo, and I don't. You know, again, I want to respect that she doesn't want to actually be in the photo. So, yeah. That was what we had. It was fucking delicious, but I couldn't finish it all. It was very hard to finish, like that. It's a big fucking steak. Big fucking steak. So it was really hard to finish all of that. You know. And yeah. I got to keep the cup as well. That was good. But it was really good food. Really, really good food. It was really good as well. It's just, yeah, it was just too big for me to finish, along with everything else. And I'm not a huge eater in the first place, and especially meat. I'm not like a big meat eater. Like I'm more, or at least like red meat. Like I prefer chicken, but I still, you know, I still indulge with red meat every so often. But yeah, it was a lot of food. And it was a lot to sort of, I guess, take in. So here's Arthur. I'm kidding. No. Here's a guy who actually came to our table. And we tipped him some money, and he sang "Happy Birthday." He sang a few songs. And the one song I forgot to got him to sing, and I wondered if he actually knew it, was Texas Red. You know, the big iron on his hip. You know, the big iron on his hip. I forgot to because I couldn't think of any songs for him to play. But yeah, this is the big Texan of big Texan. No, he's just a musician. He goes from table to table. But he was friendly to talk to, and yeah. And of course, you know, I charmed a lot of people with my accent over there. I should mention that. Oh yeah, here's the steak. So yeah, of course I charmed a lot of people with my accent, and people loved it. And look at this. Because it's quite easy to charm people with an Aussie accent, as I've realized. Anyway, this was in New Mexico, so we're getting closer to Albuquerque, which is where we were going, because we were going to see Artemis's grandma. So we went there and went to the Sandia Mountains. My ears kept popping. Let's get one of this. Yeah, this is on the what do you call it? The tram ride up there. Tram, yeah, I guess tramway. Either way, cradle, if you want to call it. And it was very, very beautiful, going up the mountain and just seeing seeing the greenery. I mean, you look at Albuquerque itself, it's just fucking dry, but then you look up here, it's just all green and all beautiful. And then when I finally got off the fucking, and okay, here's a good view of Albuquerque. When I finally got off, and I'm just I was, we got off the top of the mountain. All of a sudden, I felt as though I couldn't breathe right. Something was wrong, because just a little slope, I was running out of breath. So yeah, there's not a lot of oxygen up there compared to down below, and even Albuquerque itself is still relatively high up. Albuquerque's still high up, because it's inland and it's still high up, and this mountain is fucking 10,300 feet. And here's the thing, I grew up on sea level, okay? I grew up on the coast of Australia. Sea level. going up to there, I was puffed out, just doing menial fucking things, and I was just like, I can't breathe. It was really a struggle. It felt like I was like, it felt like I was just a fat fuck, you know? It's like, I'm not that, like, here's the thing. I've got a bit of weight on me, and I'm losing it now. And I gained fucking weight when I was in the US, by the way. It's no surprise there. But, but yeah, I just felt so unhealthy, and just like because of the fact that it's just I'm used to being on sea level. My lungs, you know, I've not really gotten used to high elevation, so yeah, I was having trouble. So yeah, oxygen was definitely an issue, and I wanted to try and walk like the nature trail, but I couldn't fucking do it. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm afraid I'm gonna fucking collapse. But yeah, it was very beautiful, but very dangerous. Very dangerous for me. So yeah, unfortunately, the fucking price was like $38 for each person. So it's not like, oh, you can buy like a family ticket or anything. No, you have to buy a fucking ticket for each person, which $38, fuck me. It's a lot of money. And you know, in Australian, that's I think all up was like $120, because or $117, I think, because yeah, because oh no, hang on, yeah, no, because we paid, what was it, like 75 for 2 tickets? I can't remember. 74 for 2 tickets, I think. I can't look. I'm like trying to think of like fucking money, and I'm like, okay, I think it might be 76. So yeah, $76. But yeah, it was just expensive, beautiful, and I really did want to walk the whole way, but I fucking couldn't. Maybe if I were fitter, maybe I could be, maybe I would be able to. And maybe if I fucking brought a fucking ventilator. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't walk the nature trail, and you know, but I got to see the views, and it was like I said, absolutely beautiful and absolutely breathtaking, literally fucking breathtaking. That was the little cabin up there, which we couldn't, you know, you can walk to there, but you know, I couldn't. And this is the other side of the mountain. So this is looking at this is in Albuquerque. This is looking at somewhere else. Either way, it's the other side of the mountain. And usually that's it's snowy here, so yeah. But yeah, also while we were in Albuquerque, we went to Old Town, and I've now got a picture of Old Town somewhere. Sure, I took a picture of Old Town. Is it not? Hmm. I don't know. Maybe it was a different day. Uh, Apparently not. I don't know what happened to the picture I have of Old Town. Oh, there it is. There's one. There's one. I thought I took more pictures of it than this, but it was like a really cool looking, like Western looking town, you know. Um. So anyway, we also went to the Museum of Nuclear History and Science. Um. And it's basically, it is what you know, it's about nuclear stuff, you know, and obviously the bomb. And there's me in comparison to, I think, that's... Which one is that? Hang on. Little boy and fat man? So yeah, it's me right beside a replica of Fat Man. So yeah. Because I'm a Soviet spy. Oh god. But yeah, that was really cool. Just seeing all that stuff, seeing stuff like this, reading about the history of it all, and you know, and then you got this, an Atari console, and then you got this. And look, there's Fallout 4 and Vault Boy and Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, there's like a little pop culture section. Here is me with Big Doggy. Alaskan Malamutes, by the way. So it made me think of Zelda, because the photos don't really do it justice of how fucking big these fucking dogs are. Like, they're big dogs. They're really fucking big. Like, bigger than Zelda, you know. Obviously, bigger than Zelda. Like, Zelda's, you know. But yeah. Anyway, so after Albuquerque, we met Grandma, hung out with Grandma. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do certain things because some medical. We had a medical emergency happen with Artemis. Her wisdom tooth was giving her grief. So yeah, unfortunately, we had to go deal with that. So we didn't get to do certain things. So next time I'm there, we'll have to do the things that we missed out on doing. But the thing is, we didn't have enough time there anyway because we had complications with the rental car and fucking just you know, some bullshit that just happened, and just mostly just stuff that could have been, I don't know, could have been avoided, and also just stuff that was just like, you know, out of our control. So, but you know, we you know, I still got to do some fun things, and I still enjoyed my time in Albuquerque. Yeah, she's good. She's good. But yeah, at the time she was in agony. So yeah, was not fun for her. Anyway, so yeah, we went to Texas. Went to go see Vile, and his wife, and she was pregnant at the time. She is no longer pregnant. She has now given birth to a beautiful baby girl. So yes. So yeah, we got to meet them, and you know, of course, Artemis knew Vile before I did. So you know, and obviously I met Vile after I met Artemis. So I got to know him after then, back in 2020. So I've known Vile for a while now. But yeah, we got to meet them. Went out for dinner to a place called Babes, and this is out the front. It's a really cool looking place. Hang on, it's there, Babes Chicken. There we go. Really nice restaurant as well. Lovely food. I enjoyed my chicken fried steak. And here's something you Americans do a lot. The amount of fucking flags I've seen like waving around. I don't have a problem with it. It's just like, I'm just not used to it. And in Texas, you have extra flags because they like flying the Texas flag as well. So, you know, Yeah, and Texas has some big fucking flags. Like, Texas is, you know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Yeah, even the flags are bigger. So, you know, that was something I saw all over Indiana. It's something I saw, you know, on the way to Albuquerque, just, you know, on the highway, just seeing all the towns and just, like, all the American flags flying. It's just like, you know, you Americans, you know, you love your patriotism. How big was Artemis? That's a mean question to ask. No. Oh, God. Anyway. She was bigger than me. She was the size of the house, and I'm just a wee little midget. A wee little midget from Australia. Well, you Americans are just, you know, Americans are tall. Anyway. No. So, Artemis and I are about the same height, so, you know. That's how small I am. So, yeah. Anyway. Arkadelphia. I just wanted to show that. This is in Arkansas. Apparently Arkansas wanted to steal a Philadelphia. So like, well, we'll just call it Arkadelphia. You know, because we don't have any original names. We can't even call it Arkansas. You know, it's Arkansas because we gotta differentiate it. You gotta differentiate between Arkansas and Arkansas. You know, because it was once Arkansas, but then Kansas decided it's their Kansas, and now we have to. Well, fine, we'll just change it to Arkansas, motherfuckers. Anyway, so we actually went to Memphis, Tennessee, because we wanted to go through there. I wanted to go because Mum and, you know, I know Mum would have wanted like a photo of Graceland, and I did take one, but unfortunately it was across the street. We just didn't have enough time, you know, to do certain things, and yeah. And there's a fucking pyramid, the Memphis Pyramid. I was expecting it to be a casino. No, it's a pro bass shop. Ducks Unlimited, water flowing heritage center. It was not even on the list of things that I thought this was going to be. And yes, I'm wearing my Majora's Mask t-shirt. That's why it's like there's like a Majora's Mask imposed on that. But I was just like, what? I mean, what is this place? What the fuck is this place? Like, yeah, I was expecting it to be a casino, like, oh, you know, pro bass shop casino. Yeah, I would have accepted that, like a pro bass shop owning a casino, right? Because, you know, they're pretty famous around the world. I would have expected that, but no, it's whatever the fuck this place is. And yeah, anyway, we also stopped at a barbecue place there because we were hungry. And had really fucking good ribs, and they were really fucking good. Excellent, really, it's just tasty, really tasty. Loved it. And yeah, it was. We took some home as well. We took some back to Indiana with us. But very expensive. That's the only thing. Very expensive. But worth it for, like, the taste. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it just was very expensive, but yeah, very, very tasty. And, I enjoyed my ribs. It was good. Also on the way back, we found Jesus. Dear. So, yeah. We didn't spend long. It felt like we didn't spend long in Dallas because we didn't do much in Dallas. We just hung around with Val. We played some Darkest Dungeon board game actually. But yeah, we didn't do a hell of a lot. Unfortunately, because it was just too fucking hot. It was just way too fucking hot in Texas. Texas was just fucking humid. It was not fun being out in the heat. Oh yeah, by the way. Ooh yeah! Ooh yeah! Snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh yeah. Slim Jim! I got to have Slim Jims while I was there. That was great. I became addicted to them. And I wanted to try like all different kinds of ones, and then yeah, the fucking Randy Savage Slim Jim, the fucking big fucking Slim Jim, and I was just like, oh wow, yeah, I'm having this Slim Jim, oh yeah, you know, every time I had a Slim Jim, I'd have to always put on the fucking Randy Savage voice, because but yeah, I think the word Texas heat, I think the worst heat I've ever experienced was probably in Queensland. When we went on a holiday. So yeah, it's comparable to fucking Queensland weather. Queensland's, because it's up north and it's in the tropics, you know, it's a lot fucking hotter because of the fucking humidity there. Like especially in the summer, it really fucking sucks. But yeah, Queensland and Texas seem to have comparable heats, it seems. But anyway, yeah, so on the way back to Indianapolis, went to Memphis, and yeah, and I was starting to feel sad that it was like coming to the end of my adventures. And I was, you know, I was both looking forward to going home and also just kind of dreading like having to leave, you know. And you know, this is LA, by the way. This is a big fucking city. I thought this looked like fucking like circuitry. Like it looks like computer circuitry. Like, look at it. That looks like computer circuits, you know. But yeah, you know, that was the last day I was there. The 27th. And yeah, so I left that night. Left Artemis. It was heartbreaking to leave. And you know, I'm missing her every day, and I'm missing being there every day. So I hope to get enough money together again so I can go back to America sometime in the future. So yeah. Anyway, took a flight from Indianapolis to LA. It was about 4 hours. Why not move to America? I've considered it, but again, I need money. That's the big thing I need. I need money. I need money. I don't have enough money to do that. Anyway, yeah. So 4 hours to LA, and LAX is confusing as all hell. But eventually I got my way to the fucking international terminal. And luckily I didn't have to lug my fucking, my fucking suitcase around. Which I was over the limit, by the way. I had to pay 140 Australian dollars. So $100, 100 USD. Because I was over the limit by 16 pounds. It was not pleasant. I did not like the fact that I had to do that. But, you know, it is what it was. But I got everything back. And I should mention what I brought back. While I was there, I got a Super Nintendo. An American Super Nintendo. Also, let me just Let me move myself back up. I haven't taken any photos of the Super Nintendo, or the PlayStation 2 I got, which I got off Vile, and that works, so that's good. Well, the reason why I say that works, because the one thing we were trying to do is the controller we got was kind of shit. So, yeah, I was hoping the controller port was not the issue, and it's not the issue. But I couldn't use it for a while because I had to get a fucking step-down transformer to be able to fucking use it. Because you'd think having just like a power converter would work, but no, that does not work. And me trying to do that with the Super Nintendo power brick, it fried the fucking power supply. So that was great. So hopefully the Super Nintendo still works. I can't test it with my PAL power cable because it's a different fucking connector. Thing is, I didn't turn it on. So that should be, I mean, it should be fine. I didn't turn on the Super Nintendo. And I tried to turn on the PlayStation 2, but it just didn't turn on. But then, as soon as I got the power, step-down power transformer, it works. So I know the PlayStation 2 works. The NTSC PlayStation 2, or the American PlayStation 2. But yeah, I've got to get another NTS. Well, I've just got to get another North American Super Nintendo power supply. Because yeah, unfortunately, the one that well, yeah, the one that I have is basically fried, and I don't want to use that one. But yeah, other than that, I knew the Super Nintendo worked anyway because it was working while I was in the US, and that power supply was working as well. It's just that, yeah, because Australia is 240 volts, by the way, with all our power with our power system. American stuff is 120. So yeah, that's why you need a step-down transformer, so it can actually just step down the power that's coming to it to the hertz too. Well, the hertz doesn't really make a difference, like 60 and 50 hertz, because that's not really the issue. The issue is the voltage and the amps that are going to the devices. It does for the CPU. Well, yeah, of course, but at least the PlayStation 2 works. It just wasn't. It wasn't working with the thing that I had. What's it called? The fucking travel plug. That's what I tried to use at first, and that's what fried the fucking SNES power supply. But anyway, thank you for the hydrate. Right. So, I believe I've waffled on for quite a while now. I just wanted to, talk about my trip. And, it was amazing. I miss being there. Also, have a look at this booger. Look at her. That was on Saturday. Hang on. Oops. Yep, there we go. That was on Saturday. She was like tired from because we took her to the puppy school, and she Look at her here. She's just like, oh, what's going on? Where are we going? And yeah, anyway. So yeah. I've skipped through a lot of stuff that I did. Food was great, by the way. I loved the food there. Oh fuck, there was something that happened at the Speedway. We actually went to the Speedway on the day of the race. And we went and, seeing all the crowds, just like the fucking diversity of the crowds was just amazing. But at the entrance to Turn 4, there was like two Christians that had like a setup that, like a mic setup. And they were like, spouting things. Oh, it's Sunday today. Why aren't you all in church? It's like, and just spouting a lot of bullshit. Essentially, a lot of bullshit. The kind of bullshit that's homophobic bullshit. But the funniest fucking thing that happened was the girl was talking about, oh, I was once pansexual. I cross-dressed. I wanted to be a man. I this and this and that. And Artemis couldn't keep her mouth shut, and she said, but you're still cross-dressing." Because here's the thing: she was wearing fucking like baggy jeans, like a t-shirt, like not at all something that that looks feminine. And then someone was just like, someone was walking past and they laughed their fucking ass off. Because they're obviously a tag team, and they were talking about this fucking it's like, oh, you're all sinning from drinking and yada yada yada. It's like, like I said, just a lot of bullshit, And then across the street from them were like, I think they were Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not sure, but they were much more tame. And they were just saying hello to everyone and just being nice to everyone. And like, when you compare that, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? I think they're the real Christians. They're because they weren't bothering anyone. They were just like, hey, want a Bible? Here. It's like they were just handing out Bibles for free. And they weren't even like chastising people. They were just like saying hello and just being pleasant. And it's just like, in contrast to the two people across the street from them just like spouting bullshit, it's just like, oh my god. Here's the thing, I don't have a problem with people being religious. That's not the issue. It's just people like that just, people like that who are just fucking, like, get a life, Get a fucking life. Outside of just, church. Because that's not a life. That's just wasting your fucking time on earth, If you're supposedly a Christian, why are you doing this stuff? Why aren't you just enjoying your life? Enjoying the time that you have with the friends and family that you have, Instead, you're going to the Indianapolis 500 to talk to people you consider sinners because you believe you're doing the right thing. Anyway. That's one rant over. It is now almost 12 o'clock. And I haven't even started Pepsi Man. We're like 2 hours into the 24-hour stream, and I haven't even started playing a game yet. This is gonna be a long one.